Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. Thank you for joining me. If you watched part 1 of learning Swahili words that are commonly used in countries like Kenya. If you haven't watched that part 1, I have done the part 1, and what I did, I started with the alphabets, okay? So I started with naming the alphabets from the English language to the Kiswahili language. And what I said in that previous video is that the alphabets remain the same, but the pronunciation of the alphabet will sound different in Swahili. Okay? So today I want to mention the alphabets starting from G. So G in Swahili is going to be pronounced as ga, ga, ga. An example for it in the Swahili word is gari. Gari, gari. So gari means a car, okay? So gari in Swahili, car in English. So gari, gari. The other word as an example I can use for ga is gari moshi, gari moshi, gari moshi. So gari moshi in English translation is a train. So gari moshi is a train. Okay, so moshi, what represents or what the word moshi means in Swahili, translated to English, it means smoke. Okay, so moshi means smoke. Smoke, the smoke after a fire lights, the smoke that comes out from a fire when it lights. So smoke is moshi. So that's just a bonus word. So let's move to the word H, the alphabet H. Okay, so let's move to the alphabet H. H. So H in Swahili is going to be ha or who. Okay? Ha or who. Ha, who. And the example in the Swahili word is going to be harakisha. 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 So harakisha translated to English means hurry. Harakisha. Hurry. Harakisha. Hurry. Okay, the other common word used is huyu. Okay, huyu, huyu. So huyu means this one. So if you want to say this one, you say huyu, huyu. Okay, so it's H-U-Y-U, huyu. It means this one. When you're talking about a big group of people, you say hawa. Okay, so huyu is this one. Hawa is this ones. Okay, so this ones of T-H-E-S-E. Alright, so this ones. Hawa, meaning there are many. Okay, so it's almost like the plural of huyu. So huyu means this one, singular. Hawa means this ones, plural. Okay, another example of H is hella. Hella, hella. H-E-L-A, hella. So hella is money translated in English. Okay, so in parts of Tanzania you'll find more people will say hella. All right, hella. So later in this video I'll tell you another name for money, but for this is hella when you're using the H letter. Okay, so hella meaning money. The other word that starts with the alphabet H is going to be hatari. Hatari, hatari. So hatari means danger. So when you hear hatari, it means danger. Alright, hatari, danger. And that's it for the alphabet H. Okay, the other alphabet is I. So in the English language is alphabet I. Alright, but when you come to Swahili language, you pronounce it as E, 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 alright? E, E. You don't pronounce it as I, it's pronounced as E in the Swahili language. So for the example of I is imba, imba, imba. So it's imba, imba. Imba means sing, alright? Sing, imba, imba, imba. Alright, we move to the other letter, and the other letter is alphabet J. J. Okay? So in J, I will say jua, jua. So J can be pronounced as ju, 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 depending on the letter that you are, so ju or ja. Okay? Ju or ja. So you can say jua, jua. And jua means sun, the sun, the sun. So you say jua, jua. So now we move to alphabet K. Alright? K. So K, depending on the letter or the word that you're pronouncing, it's going to sound different. But mostly K is going to be pronounced as ka in the Swahili language. Ka or ku. Okay? Ka or ku. Ka or ku. And the example is kaka, 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 K-A-K-A, kaka. Kaka means brother. Alright? Kaka means brother. And especially if you are traveling to the coastal side of Kenya, you will hear many people say kaka. So kaka can also mean friend. Alright? Kaka can also mean friend. But the original meaning of kaka is brother. Kaka, brother. The other common word also that has the letter K or the alphabet K in Swahili is kuja, 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 kuja. So kuja is come in English. Telling someone to come, kuja, kuja. Alright? The other letter is karibu, karibu, karibu. So karibu means welcome. So if you are inviting a friend over and probably they are standing at the door and you're trying to invite them in, you can tell them karibu, karibu, karibu. And also karibu is also used in when you're having a conversation with somebody and they are appreciating the things that you probably have done for them, and you tell them karibu. So karibu means, it's in that context, it means that you are appreciating them for appreciating the things that you're doing for them. Okay? So maybe somebody has complimented that, probably you are so generous to them, you can say karibu. Alright? But karibu original meaning means welcome. Karibu, karibu. And also another word that starts with the letter K or alphabet K is kuku, kuku, kuku. Kuku means chicken. Alright? Chicken. So kuku is the Swahili word for chicken. Okay? So kuku, kuku, kuku. Alright? So let's move to alphabet M. And on M, I can say ma, ma. The pronunciation for it is ma, ma. So the word there is mama, mama. So mama, I think you've heard it before, but mama is the original meaning for mother. Okay? Mother. So mama, 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 mother. M-A-M-A. Another example is mayai, mayai, mayai. Alright? So mayai is eggs. Alright? So eggs from a chicken. So it's called mayai, eggs, mayai. Alright? Mayai, mayai. Another common word that starts with the alphabet M is mvua, 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 mvua. Mvua is the translation for rain. Okay? So if you want to say rain in Swahili, you say mvua, mvua, mvua. So let me take you back to the alphabet K and say, if you want to say it's raining, you say kunanyesha, 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 kunanyesha. Okay? So kunanyesha. So the reason why you'll feel or you will hear that I am pronouncing the Swahili languages fast is because Swahili is spoken at almost a fast pace. So it's not a slow language, it's a fast language. So it's kunanyesha, kunanyesha. So that means it's raining. But when you want to say rain, you say mvua. Mvua. That's the translation in Swahili. Another example that you will hear more when you travel is you will hear people call you mzungu. 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 So mzungu in Swahili, in English, is the translation for foreigner or foreign white person. Okay, so mostly they will refer to a white person as mzungu. So mostly if you are a white person and you're traveling in Kenya or probably Tanzania, you'll hear them say mzungu, 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 mzungu. It means white person. One of the questions that people are interested in is they ask, if I'm not a white person and I travel into Kenya, will they still call me a mzungu? So they will not necessarily call you a mzungu. Okay, so they will not call you a mzungu. A mzungu they call white people who are white. All right, so mzungu, mzungu. All right, another word that starts with ma is maji, maji, maji. So maji, maji, maji. Remember I told you the I in alphabet in Swahili is E. So maji, maji. And maji in English is water. Okay, water, water. So if you want to construct a sentence asking somebody for water, you say nataka maji, nataka maji. So nataka, even as we cross over to look at the alphabet N, so N is na, all right, na or ni. Okay, so na or ni. So you'll say nataka, nataka, nataka. So going back to the example is nataka maji. So nataka means I want. Nataka, I want. Okay. The other example of the alphabet na, which is N in English, is nunua. So remember the pronunciation now here changes to nu. Nunua, 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 nunua. So nunua means buy. Okay, buy. You want to buy something. So nunua. So maybe somebody tells you nunua maji. Okay, nunua maji. They're telling you buy water. Nunua maji, buy water. What you'll find in the Swahili language is that some letters have fewer words than others. So let's take an example of letter O. Okay, O. So O will remain as O in Swahili. All right. So the example here is ondoa, ondoa, ondoa. Ondoa means remove. All right. So ondoa, ondoa. All right. Ondoa, ondoa. It means remove. So remove something. Ondoa. Okay. Let's move to letter P. Alphabet P. Here an example of P and the pronunciation is pa, pa, pa. And one example is paka, paka, paka. So paka translated to English is cat. So you know a cat. So you have a dog and a cat. So paka is cat. All right, cat, the animal, cat, paka. And as I had promised earlier, I would say the translation of money in the Swahili language in another word. So remember I told you hela is money. Hela is money. But now we have another word for hela, especially in Kenya and maybe in Tanzania. You'll hear people say pesa, pesa. All right. So pesa is money. Pesa is money when you translate it from Swahili to English. So pesa is money. Okay. So here in Kenya, you'll find more people talking about M-Pesa. M-Pesa. So M-Pesa is the application that is used in Kenya. It's a mobile application for sending, withdrawing money. All right, so it's M-Pesa. So pesa means money. Thank you for watching today's lesson. I hope you are learning a lot. And if you find any of this information useful and you're thinking of maybe sending a tip as an appreciation, this is my PayPal information. And if you are traveling into Kenya anytime soon, here is my contact information. And I hope that you do learn Swahili language.